Hey there, friends. Welcome to the Blue Sky Sanctuary. That is my home and property in the Baja in Mexico, where I've been living full-time since 2021. And today, in my sweaty little hands, I am grateful to be holding my permanent residency card for Mexico with a few stickers on it to protect my privacy. But basically, as the title of this video already told you, I got my residency here in Mexico without meeting any financial requirements. And I will jump right to the punchline for you and tell you that I did that through a program called regularization. I made a video all about that a while back. I'll put the link in the description if you want to check it out. But basically, it was a program that was created during the pandemic for people like myself who were struggling to get back to their home countries. And it just ended in March of 2025. So it's been active on and off for 4 years. If you're thinking, well, damn, I missed my opportunity, I would say don't lose hope. If that program isn't reinstated, I'm sure it's only a matter of time before another one will come up. I feel like, in my opinion, the Mexican government is really accommodating. And if another pandemic happens or something like that, it's only a matter of time before another program like that will run. But I want to tell you this story today, not so much to convey the details of how to get residency here, but more to convey the idea that sometimes just taking the leap of faith and moving forward with your dreams before you have every piece of the puzzle in place is worth doing. So if I reach back in time to 2018, I had just sold my house in Canada. And at that time, I had enough in my bank account to qualify for temporary residency with my financials. I tried to get a hold of the embassy, which was in Vancouver, 4 hours from where I lived, with no success. I left messages, no one called me back, no live person ever answered the phone, and I kind of gave up. I didn't want to make an 8-hour round trip just to go see if I could even make an appointment and then make another 8-hour trip again to go to that appointment. And I've heard too many horror stories of people going to Mexican embassies in their home country and not having successful appointments. So I just continued on with my dream and came here in 2018 and purchased my first property. When I did that, I was aware that my bank account was then going to be dipping down to a number where I wouldn't qualify for residency anymore. And I think a lot of people would say, well, that was a dumb move. But I took a leap of faith and it worked out for me. So we'll fast forward now to 2021 when I came down for my usual 6-month stretch. I was doing a 6 and 6 split for a number of years at that time. And the pandemic was happening, and the Canadian government was making it really difficult for me to go back to Canada. At the same time, the Mexican government was making it really easy for me to stay here. And so I chose to stay. And that's when I took advantage of the program called regularization, where you could get temporary residency with no financial requirements needing to be met. Fast forward again to this year, 2025, and when you hold temporary residency in Mexico for 4 years, as long as you don't mess anything up, you just have to take a few simple steps at the anniversary of your card expiring within the month, and you get permanent residency. So you have to, as I said, within the month of your card expiring, make an appointment with the immigration office, pay some fees, fill out some paperwork, and then you will have permanent residency, which is what I've got. And this opens the door for citizenship in the future. It also provides a number of benefits and privileges that I am grateful to have. I'll list them on the screen here so that you can have some idea of some of the benefits. But basically, my point foremost in making this video is to convey to you that we don't always need every piece of the puzzle in place or every question answered to move forward with our dreams. And in fact, if we wait till we have everything in place, we might wait forever. I've been doing coaching and consulting now for about the last year, and I'm hearing repeatedly people saying, well, I don't have this and I don't have that. So they're waiting and waiting and waiting. And in the meantime, prices here are going up. They're waiting for their dollar value to stabilize, but prices here are growing. So, there's, I think, always trade-offs. I would say if you have, half of your pieces of the puzzle in place, that's pretty good. There's a quote that I love, which is, if you know how to reach your dream, it's not a big enough dream. We can't know every step. We need to, in my opinion, walk forward and, not to sound too hippy dippy, but let the universe take care of some things, and let circumstances reveal themselves, and maybe be in the right place to take advantage of those circumstances, which is exactly what happened for me. If I had been back in Canada when the regularization program was happening, I wouldn't have been able to take advantage of it. You have to be in Mexico to take advantage of it. Same with selling my first property here, but that's a whole other video. So I want to keep this short today. I just wanted to, in part, celebrate with you getting my residency, and in part, tell you the story of how it came to be, because it really kind of exemplifies how things work here in Mexico. You really just kind of never know. And what people call luck is, where preparation meets opportunity. And so I advise or encourage you to do your homework, do your research, talk to people who have done what you want to do, and then don't feel like you need to know everything about everything to move forward. So tell me how you feel about that in the comments. Maybe you think that's irresponsible, but all I can tell you is it's really worked out for me. And yeah, if you have an experience you'd like to share, or you've got any questions, put them in the comments. I always appreciate hearing from you. Thank you for tuning in, and I look forward to seeing you again soon. Bye for now. So I didn't know how I was going to get my residency. I didn't know how I was going to support myself here. I didn't know how I was going to support myself here in the big picture, and I still don't know that entirely, although it's a bit coming together. But basically, taking the leap of faith worked out for me, and I wouldn't have been able to take advantage of that program if I was in Canada. And the reality is, I wouldn't have been able to take advantage of that program if I was in Canada. Holy shit!